Mm. So yesterday we started with the chapter um, called Living in Their Habitat. We will continue that chapter. We were doing what are the qualities of living beings. Okay, when I say the word living being, what are some of the qualities that living beings have? That thing we were discussing. So, we saw the qualities of living beings such as respiration, all living beings respire, then nutrition, all living beings consume food to obtain energy, then growth, all living beings grow. Then we saw movement and sensation, how all living beings they move, okay, and they are able to sense, okay, they can feel sensation. Then the next one is known as excretion. Now, what happens is when we take in food, okay, when living organisms eat food, breakdown of food happens inside the body. Okay, now this breakdown, when it happens, it releases energy, okay, and that energy is absorbed inside our body. Okay, the energy the food releases that is absorbed in our body. Now, energy is absorbed. What happens to the remains, the remaining part of the food? That remaining part of the food comes out of the body. Okay, now that process is known as excretion. Okay, because that is waste. Okay, energy is absorbed out of the food. What is remaining is the waste substance. Now, the waste substance comes out of the body, okay, in the form of feces, in the form of urine. Okay, that is known as excretion. In living organisms, many useful elements are formed, which are unuseful elements are formed, which are harmful for the body. The process of elimination of these elements from the body is known as excretion. Urine, feces, sweat are the key examples of substances excreted from the body. In plants, harmful elements are released in the form of gases. Okay? In plants, how do they release the harmful elements? In the form of gases through pores or through secretion. Some of the harmful elements are assembled in the bark and they are removed from time to time with the bark. Okay, this way we can say that excretion is an important basic function for the living organisms. All organisms they go through the process of excretion. Okay, fish also, birds also, animals also, humans and plants. Okay, all of them excretion takes place. Then the next is reproduction. Now, um, reproduction means giving birth to new organism. Okay, giving birth to new species. All right. So this also takes place in every living organism that they give birth to their baby, their offspring. Okay, so that the generation keeps going on. Okay. Now, animals, they give birth to young ones directly. Okay. Some of them lay eggs. Okay. Some of them lay eggs. Birds, some of them, birds lays eggs. Okay. Humans give birth to their babies. Plants also, reproduction takes place. Okay. In different manner through seed. Okay. Through growing, through like this thing where new organism takes place from the new organism is born from the part of the plant itself. Okay, that way also in further chapter we will see how what are the types through which plants reproduce. Okay, so every living organism produces offsprings for the maintenance of its generation. Animals, either in the form of eggs, which develop into the form of young ones, or directly produce babies. Some organisms divide their body into two parts and produce, like Hydra. Okay, this is Hydra, which divides its body into two parts and reproduces. Okay, then in plants, reproduction is by seeds and other somatic parts. Most of the plants produced by seeds, but plants like lemon, rose, etc., can be grown by this type. Okay, so seed, if you can see, here is reproduction that is taking place through seed. Okay, like seed, small, slowly, small part is growing. Okay, and then it becomes a plant. Whereas in some plants, new plants are grown on the part of itself, the original plant. If you can see in this image, on the sides of the leaves, small plants are growing. Right. So this is also a type of reproduction that takes place in plants. Some plants, like birophyllum, it's known as biophyllum, produce new plants through their leaves. This way, reproduction is an integral part of the living organism. And then there is death. Okay, all things that are born, one day they die. Okay, death is also a part of the whole life process of living beings. Okay, say animals. Okay, say birds, say plants also they die, humans also they die. Okay, one day they die. Now every organism which is born dies. The lifespan may be different for different organisms. Some flies are there which live only for one day. Okay, dog 14 to 15 years. Humans can live more than 100 nowadays, not more than 100, but yes, 70, 80, okay, 90 sometimes. So this was about the qualities of living organisms. Okay, now 2.1 you can try out as homework. Okay. 2.1 you can try out as homework. You have some take the correct. Okay, then you have to write down a list of non-living objects which exhibit characteristics of living organisms. Okay, then comes a very important thing known as cell. Okay, what is cell? The body of every living organism is made up of cell. Okay, cell is the building block of our body. Okay, like cells, when cells come together, okay, they form an organ. Okay, when organs come together, they form an organ system. Okay, an organ system forms our body. Okay, so the very basic unit, okay, that forms organ, okay, that ultimately forms our body is known as a cell. Okay. Now, cells are functional and structural unit of life of every organism. Okay, they are arranged in a structured manner. Okay, and they are functional in every human being. As the bricks are required for making house, similarly, cells are required for making the body of living organisms. Some animals are unicellular. Now, based on the number of cells, organisms are classified into two parts. Based on number of cells, organisms are classified into two parts. First is unicellular organisms, and the second is multicellular organisms. What is unicellular? Unicellular means they have only one cell. Okay, and multicellular means many cells. Okay, unicellular means they have only one cell, whereas multicellular means many cells. Now, their body is made up of a single cell, unicellular organisms, their whole body is made up of only one cell, a single cell, and this single cell carries all the processes like respiration, nutrition, excretion, reproduction, sensation, etc. Examples are amoeba and paramecium. Okay, examples are amoeba and paramecium, which are unicellular organisms. Okay, now these organisms are so small that we require special instruments for observing them, which is called a microscope. Okay, like they are so small that we need a microscope to see them. Now, when some organisms are so small that we need a microscope to see them, they are known as what? Microorganisms. Okay, they are known as microorganisms. Okay, so amoeba and paramecium are what? Microorganisms. All right, now most of the organisms are multicellular. Us humans are what? Multicellular. Why? Because we have many cells. Okay? All the animals, cows, buffaloes, okay, birds, they are all multicellular. Okay? Many cells. Now, cells are of different types. Okay? What type of cell it is depends on its function. Okay? And cells are very small, they can only be seen through microscope. Bird's egg is also a single cell, but it contains food. That is why it's so big and can be seen through naked eyes. Bird's egg, okay, egg of a bird is also single cell because it is like in the form of egg. So only one thing is there in egg, right? Only a single substance is there. So it is a single cell. Okay, but when it develops into the baby, the chick, that times it becomes multicellular. Okay, now now talking about the parts of the cell. Okay, the parts of the cell. Every cell has three parts. Okay, every cell has three parts. Cell membrane. The outermost part is known as the cell membrane. Okay, it gives the shape to the cell. Cell membrane gives shape to the cell. Okay, then in the cell there is nucleus. Okay, or DNA that is found in the center of the cell. Okay, that's found in the center of the cell. See, this outer and this outer is cell membrane. Okay, then here is the nucleus. Here is the nucleus or DNA, you can see. Okay, and then there is also another thing known as cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? This is a solution found inside the cell. Can you see this dotted part? This whole thing filled inside the cell? This whole thing filled inside the cell, right? This is a liquid part that is filled inside the cell known as cytoplasm. Ma'am, if we were unicellular, then would we be this tall or big, or would we be short or small? Um, See, most of the unicellular organisms are not tall and big, but they are short and small. Okay, because there is only one cell. Okay, and how reproduction takes place is when that one nucleus, when that one cell, it elongates at the center and then divides itself into two parts. Okay, that is how reproduction in unicellular organisms takes place. So I think that if we were unicellular, we would have been short and small. Okay, not like long and tall and big. Okay, because unicellular are small. Okay, now cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm are clear parts of the cell, right? Okay. So now in the two figures, the A1 is like they are two types of cells are shown. Okay, we have plant cell. Okay, and we have animal cell. What is actually the difference between plant cell and animal cell? So the main differences are plant cell have an external outer strong semi-permeable layer which is made up of cellulose. Okay, what does this mean? This means that plants they have an external outer layer which is strong, okay, and semi-permeable, all right, and made up of a substance known as cellulose. This layer protects the cell membrane. Okay, since it is strong, it protects the cell membrane. But in animals, this layer is not present. Okay, and plants and tree cells have three different types of plastids. Okay, plants and trees cells have three different types of plastids which are not present in animal cells. Okay, are present in animal cells. What are these three types of plastids? They are known as chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. Okay, these three plastids are responsible for three different types of functions. Let's see what are they. Now, chloroplast is responsible of the color of the leaves. Okay, this is a green colored compound. Chloroplast is a green color compound. It gives green color to leaves and stems. Okay, now this chloroplast only contains chlorophyll and carotenoids. Okay, that um, through which, like a chlorophyll, through which leaves can perform photosynthesis and to give green color to the plants. Okay, then comes another plastid called chromoplast. It is yellow, purple, and red colored compound. So it is responsible for the color of flowers and the fruits in the plant. Okay, this chromoplast is responsible for color of the flower. Okay, and its fruits. Okay, you learned this in biology? Yes. Then comes another type of plastid known as leucoplast. Okay, now what does leucoplast do? It helps in the storage of food. Okay, it helps in the storage of food inside the plant. Okay, and it is colorless. Chloroplast is green, chromoplast is yellow, purple, and red, but leucoplast is colorless. Okay, because it doesn't has any function of coloring. It has the function of storing. Okay, now animal cells have small components known as centrosome. Animal cells, they have small components known as centrosomes which help in division of cell. We know that in humans, cells can be divided. Okay, division of cells can take place. Now, plant and animal cells are of different types, which will be studied in subsequent classes in detail. Okay, similar type of cells form tissue, and different types of tissue aggregate to form an organ, and many organs aggregate to form organ system, which makes living organisms. Okay, so when cells come together, they join together, they form a tissue. Okay, when tissues join together, they form an organ. When many organs are joined together, they form an organ system. Okay, such as we have respiratory system, we have excretory system. Okay, we have different types of systems in the body that are made up of the organs, all those organs that perform those functions. Right. Then these systems, it forms a whole system inside our body, and that this system forms living beings. Okay. This is how from cell human beings are formed. Okay. Hope this part is clear to you. Okay, any doubt, any questions till now? Any doubt, Anna?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So we will stop here for today. Okay, and tomorrow Monday. Okay, Saturday and Sunday is your weekend holiday. Monday we will meet and we will talk about different types of habit and habitats of living beings. Okay, right now it's break till 8:20, and 8:20 we will begin with the math class.
Yes, ma'am.
Teacher, is science class about to start now? Math class?
Yes, Shriyan, we'll be starting math class in 3 minutes. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
8. Yeah.
Hmm. Inta isa really.
Okay, let's begin with the math class. Hi, Nathaniel. Shriyan, can I have your videos on, please? Okay. So today we'll be doing we'll try out some questions from exercise 1.3. Okay. exercise 1.3 so that when you are doing the homework, you will get a bit of an idea what type of questions are there and how to solve them. Okay? Okay. So first question is where you have fill in the blanks. Okay. 247 multiplied by dash equals to 33 into 247. Now, when I look at this question, I can see that there is a property being used. Okay, out of the multiplication properties we studied, there is a property being used. Okay, what is it? A multiplied by B equals to B multiplied by A. Okay, that property is used. So 247 into dash equals to 33 into 247 means my blank will come 33. Okay, A is 247, B 33. Okay, let's check out one more. 12 into 45 into 97 equals to 97 into dash.
Ma'am, answer would be 1451.
Okay. Okay, Shreyan, you don't have to calculate the answer right now. Just
First
the
one, ma'am. First one, 33 into 247.
okay, but what I'm saying is that you don't have to calculate the answer actually, but just find out the missing value. Okay, that is the blank. Now, in the second one, if I look at it carefully, three numbers I have means A, B, and C. Okay, so
33.
it is the format.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is in the format of A
Ma'am, its
into
answer is 12. The blank, missing blank is.
yes, Shreyan, that's correct. Equals to C into A into B. Okay. See, 12 is in the second one, look in the second part. 97 is here, 97 is here. 45 is here, 45
Yes.
is
There. 12
here.
is one side and 12 is missing other
12
side.
is in the
In the
other side.
blank, 12 will be there in a teacher.
Yes. So in the blank, 12 will come.
This is also same. Easy and 33 only will come on the blank teacher.
Yes. So this is
If
how
you
you
do
have to.
multiplication, answer would be 1451 in that first one.
Okay. All right. So this is how you have to do the fill in the blanks.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Nathaniel, hope it's clear now. Okay. You can unmute yourself and answer. Okay. Unmute yourself and let me know what you are unable to understand. Okay. So I'll explain it again. Okay. Now let's move on to the second question. Okay. Second question says that using properties find the value. Using properties find the value. First one is 344 into 6 plus 344 into 4. Now we learned that when we have a question, okay, when we have a question where you have two values that are kind of similar, that time what we do, okay, we take common. Okay, so 344 I will take common outside the bracket. Okay, why? Because I have 344 into 6. 344 is there on the right side. 344 is there on the left side also. So only one time I can take 344 outside. Inside I will take 6. What sign is a plus sign? So plus 4.
6 plus 1,
Okay.
it will be 10, teacher.
So 344. Now outside the bracket means multiplication. Okay, Nathaniel, outside the bracket
Teacher,
means
6 into 344 into 10 will be the answer, teacher.
344 into 10, answer will be 3440.
340. Wow. Yeah.
3440.
But it was zero accessible on
Yes. Okay. So this is how we do it. Then after that, same way you have to solve the rest of them also. Okay. For example, I have this question where I have 247 into 17 plus 247 into 7. Can you try this out, all of you? Take 247 common. Okay. Take 247 common. Add 17 and 7 together. Multiply and find out the answer and let me know.
My answer is 6928.
Check again, Shriyan. Check your answer once again.
Why, teacher?
Because it's incorrect. Check again.
What
But
would
it's okay. Do again and check. Anna getting?
Yes, ma'am. I'll do it again. ఖర్చుస్తే తప్పుంటారు అంటే ఇది 7 4 20.
Ma'am, my answer is 5928.
5928. Okay. Correct, Anna. 5928 is the right answer.
నంబర్ని యాడ్ అవ్వండి 7 4 20.
Nathaniel, are you getting the answer?
Yes, ma'am, I'm getting the answer.
How much?
Five nine
5928. Correct. So what we do is 247 outside the bracket. Why? Because it's there on both sides, left side and right side. So we take it common. Inside the bracket, 17 plus 7. How much? 24. So 247 multiplied with 24. How much we will get? 5928. Okay. Understood now? How do we use the property and solve this? Okay, so can you do the rest of the questions now? Question 1 and 2. Okay, so for the try out the homework now. Okay, Try out the first and second question.
Teacher, my answer is 5928.
5928. Good. That's correct. Good,
28.
all of you. Now, the third part, exercise 1.3, third question. How do we work with that? I'll show you. Okay. Now, in the third part, we have three numbers and it says find the product by grouping. Grouping. Okay. So we have 4 into 1527 into 25. Okay. Now, I taught you how to group. Okay. I taught you all how to group. Say, or you can do A into B into C. This way, like group the second and the third number together. Okay. Or you can group it like this also. A into B into C. Means group the first two numbers together and then multiply the product with the third number. Look on the board, please. 1 minute, all of you. Okay. There are two methods to group. Either you group the second and third number together, okay, and then multiply the answer with the first number. Or you can group the first and second number together and multiply the answer with the third number. You can follow any method. Okay, right now I will group A and B, means first and second number together. Okay, 4 into 1527 into 25. So first we will solve 4 into 1527. Okay, multiply 4 with 1527. How much we will get? We will get 6108. Then multiply this with the third number, that is 25. Okay, multiply this with the third number, that is 25.
Ma'am, can you explain once more? I didn't understand, please.
Yes, Shriyam, say again.
I didn't understood this one, grouping one.
Grouping one. Okay, I will explain again. Okay, see, grouping means when you have three numbers in multiplication, you multiply any two numbers together first, and then what you will get, to that you will multiply the third number.
If it is like 4 into 125 first we'll group, then into 25 we will do it after the answer comes. Is that correct, teacher?
Yes, after the answer comes. Suppose I have three numbers, 2 into 3 into 4. Okay, if I multiply like this, 2 into 3
2
into
into
4.
3 will group, then
No.
6 into 4 32. 6 for 4.
Yes. So that becomes easy. Okay, grouping is an easy method. I can group together 2 into 3. Okay, so first I'll do 2 into 3, that is 6. Then what I will get, to that I will multiply the third number that is remaining.
Okay, I understood it.
Then I will get my answer, that is 32. Nathaniel got it now? How
Yes, ma'am.
grouping?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, you have to unmute yourself and let me know if it is understood or not, okay? So I can re-explain, all right? If there is any doubt in any part, any question, please unmute and ask. Okay, all of you. You can always ask in between. You can always ask me to re explain. Okay, any part of it. Okay, just let me know. All right. Okay, now we will move forward to one question I will give you to try. Okay, for grouping. One question I will give you to try out for the grouping method. Okay.
Ma'am, my screen is lagging, so I can't see what you're writing. It's all coming in one thing.
It's what?
My screen is lagging, so I can't see what you're writing.
Now can you see? I have given a question.
No, ma'am, whatever is written on the screen is taking time to load.
See, little bit it takes, Nathaniel. Okay, some seconds it happens. Why is because like this is an online platform, right? So only one some seconds delay it happens. Okay, but if you are like looking on the screen, just try to focus on my voice as well. Okay, like listen and look, so you will be able to connect. Okay, I have given you a question 16 into 20 into 8. Okay, solve this with the grouping method that I just taught you. Okay, find out the answer and tell me. Group the numbers and let me know.
The correct answer, teacher.
What's the correct answer? What are you getting?
Teacher, correct answer. Mine answer is 3360.
3360.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The correct answer is 2560.
How, teacher? I didn't understand that one.
Okay. Just try to group any two numbers, Shriyan. First multiply them and
16
then
into 20, teacher.
multiply the remaining number with it.
1 minute. 16 into 20 as I'm getting is 420, teacher.
16 into 20 is 320, Shriyan.
Hmm.
Okay.
2 in the 060.
Yes, Nathaniel.
The answer 4,560.
How much are you getting? 4,560.
60.
The answer to this is
060.
2,560.
Well, 2 6 are
Check
12.
again, Nathaniel.
6
Check
are
one time.
12. 1 minute, 2 6 are 12. 1 calculator. 2 ones are 2 plus 1 3.
Okay, I will do and show you. First multiply
Ma'am,
16. Yes,
my
yes.
answer is 2560.
2560 is correct, Anna. Okay. First, we will group together 16 and 20. Okay. 16 and 20. So multiply 16 and 20 together. Okay. 16 and 20 together. I'll show you a trick. 16 into 2, 32. Okay. Add a 0 to it. So 320. Okay. Then multiply 320 with 8. So multiply 32 with 8 first and add a 0 to the answer. Okay. 32 into 8 is how much? 256. 256 and add a 0 because 32 has a 0 at the back. Okay. So 32560 will be the answer. Okay. Understood now, Nathaniel Shriyan?
0, okay. 0, 8 2 is 16. Finally, 8 3 is 24. Understood, teacher.
Understood. Okay.
I made a mistake while doing, I think so. I didn't know.
It's okay. No problem. It's okay. All right.
Here,
Um,
the correct answer.
it's okay, Anna. I have sent you the PDF, Anna. Okay. To your mother, I sent the maths book PDF, like online format. So
Yeah.
even if you have not printed it yet, it's okay. Just open it. When you scroll through chapter 1, you will find out exercise 1.3. Okay.
Yes.
So from that, you can solve the rest of the questions. Now, all of you, what you have to do is you have to solve the remaining questions of 1.3. Some questions I did in class, some questions you have to try out as homework. Okay? Yes. One new thing I will teach you today. One new thing I will teach you today is how to work with two-digit numbers. This is another property in multiplication. Okay, another property in multiplication. 725 into 94 I have. 94 I have. Okay. Now, what to do? What to do? What is this property says? Okay. The property says that I will expand 94 using the nearest 100. Okay. Means that what is the nearest 100 to 94? 100 only. Right. 94 is closest to what? 100. And 94 comes when I do 100 minus 6. That time 94 comes. Right. So 94 I can also write it in this form. 725 into 100 minus 6. Yes, because that is 94. Okay. See again. Listen again. Okay. Look on the screen, all of you all. Write it later. Okay. Write it later. I'll give time. First, look on the screen. Okay. See. 94. The closest 100 to 94 is 100 itself. Okay. And when do I obtain 94? When I do 100 minus 6. Okay. So I'll expand and I'll write 94 as 100 minus 6. Now 725 into 100 minus 6. I got what format? I got the format of that we learned previously. Okay. We got the format that we learned previously. Now what to do? Now can I do 725 into 100 minus 725 into 6? Can I do that? Yes. So I will write it like that. 725 into 100 minus 725 into 6. Okay. Now multiply. 725 into 100 is 72500 minus 725 into 6 is 4350. So when you subtract, you will get 68150. Okay. Once again, listen once again. Okay. Look up and listen once again. I'll explain it to you again. Okay. First, I had 94. The closest rounding of figure to 94 is 100. Okay. Now, imagining 100, when will I obtain 94? If I do 100 minus 6. So I took 100 minus 6, and outside I took 725. Now we know that when a number that is outside the bracket is divisible with both the numbers that are inside the bracket. Okay, the number that is outside the bracket is divisible with both the numbers that are inside the bracket. So 725 into 100 I can write, and 725 into 6 I can write. Okay, so multiply them. Now just directly multiply them. 725 into 100, 72500. 725 into 6, 4350. Okay, then subtract, because minus sign is there in between. I will subtract 72500 minus 4350. Answer I will get is 68150. Okay, understood this method?
Thank
Okay, now this is question 4 in your 1.3. Question 4 in your 1.3, you have these type of questions. So you will think, ma'am, how will I solve this? Solve them. This is how we will solve them. Okay, this is the property that is used. This is expanded. We will expand first and then calculate. Okay. Any doubt? Hope you all are able to understand. Yes, Nathaniel. Your voice is not audible to me.
Do you have any doubt?
You have doubt or no doubt?
No doubt.
No doubt. Okay. 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 So, shall we try one more question? Same method. We will try one more question. Okay. We will try one more question of the same method. I'm clearing this. Now see, I have the property, I have to use property to find the answer. 3045 into 99. Again, 99 is closest to what number? 100. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
can I do 100 minus 1? Yes, I
Yes.
can do 100 minus
1. 100 minus 1. Then 3045 into 100 minus 100. Okay.
100 minus
1.
1.
Yes.
Now, I will do 3045 into 100
Yes.
minus 3045
Into 1.
into 1. Okay, so 3045 into 100 is how much?
304500
0, 0. Yes, minus
minus
3045 into 1,
3044.
3045. Okay, because we are multiplying with 1.
Okay. Yeah. 3045.
Yes,
Minus will be 3. Answer parala. It will be minus 304. 304500 minus 3045.
yes, 304500 minus 3045 we will do. How much we will get? 301455.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so our answer is 301455. Okay, understood the property.
Yes, teacher.
And the rest of y'all, Anna, Nathaniel, understood the property.
Wow.
Okay. So same questions. This question I took from exercise 1.3. Okay. Fourth question. So you can try out the rest of the remaining questions at home, okay, as homework. If there is any doubt in any homework question, unable to solve, ask me on Monday, okay? Because Friday, Saturday and Sunday we have weekend off, okay? Monday to Friday we do class. Saturday, Sunday weekend off we have. Then Monday you can ask me if there is any doubt in the homework. Okay, you all can ask me on Monday. See, Monday you have to complete from 1.1 to 1.3 exercises. Okay, because 1.3 till 1.3 we have completed. Okay, the portion is done. So 3 days you have today, Saturday, and Sunday. Finish it up. Monday I will take doubts till 1.3. Any doubt in any question, you tell me, ma'am, this question I was unable to solve. We will do it in class itself. Okay? Okay.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
now next comes division. Okay? Next comes the properties of division. Until now, we saw the properties of addition, we saw the property of multiplication, we saw the property of subtraction. Next comes division. What happens is that what is division basically? Division is dividing something into various parts, into different parts. Okay, that is division. Okay. Okay, yes, Anna, you can leave. Okay, we will do division in more detail on Monday. Okay, bye, Anna. See you on Monday. Good day.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. So, see now, try to understand this. Division is when we are dividing two numbers, okay? But always a bigger number will be divided by a smaller number. For example, I can divide 10 by 2, okay? I can divide 10 by 2. How much I will get? 5? Yes, 5. Okay. But can I divide 2 by 10? Can I divide 2 by 10? No. I cannot divide 2 by 10. Why? Because 2 is a smaller number and 10 is a bigger number. Right. I can never divide a small number with a bigger number, but I can always divide a bigger number with a smaller number. Okay. So that gives us a property. Say A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A when A and B are natural numbers. Okay? A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A because we cannot divide B by A if B is the smaller number. Okay? We can never divide a smaller number by a larger number. Understood this part? So we can write 10 divided by 2 will not be equal to 2 divided by 10. Okay. Understood the first property?
Yes.
Okay, Nathaniel understood the first property. Okay. Okay. So now, when we are doing division, how do we divide it? Like this. Suppose 10 and 2 I have. 10 and 2. 2 fives are 10. And then I have x or 0. Okay. So while we perform division, there are three parts in division. Okay, three things are there. What are those three things? First, the number that is dividing another number is known as divisor. Okay. The number that we are dividing is known as dividend. There are actually four things. VIDEND, dividend. Okay. The answer that we are getting on the top is known as quotient.
Yeah, and the answer we get on is reminder, teacher.
Yes, that's right. Quotient, and the remaining that is left is known as the
Reminder.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the four parts are there. The number that is being divided is known as dividend. The number that is dividing another number is
Yeah,
known
yeah.
as answer. The answer that we write on top is known as quotient,
Yeah.
and the remaining number that is left after dividing is known as remainder.
Yes,
Understood?
teacher. Yes, teacher.
So these are the parts of division.
Mm.
Okay. So today we will stop here. Okay. We saw the parts of division. We saw the first property. Now we will meet on Monday and we will see the rest of the properties of division.